A few hours ago, the U.S. president accused China of secretly selling oil to North Korea, claiming China was caught red-handed. Ryan Nobles is live in West Palm Beach, Florida, where Mr. Trump is spending the holidays and tweeting up a storm. And Ryan, let's start with Trump directly accusing China of violating UN sanctions against North Korea. Very pointed words from the U.S. president.
Yeah, that's right, Amara, and it's been a pretty consistent criticism by the president. Even though he does believe he's got a pretty good relationship with the Chinese President Xi Jinping, he has said many times that he thinks that China needs to do more as it relates to North Korea. But this is a very specific indictment, saying that he believes that the Chinese government is aiding and abetting the clear violation of UN sanctions by allowing oil to be sold from China to North Korea. The big question we have tonight, though, Amara, is where he's getting this information from and what was the specific report that prompted this tweet today. And the White House has not been clear about that at all. We do know that there have been some unconfirmed reports out of South Korea that there have been satellite imagery that's picked up Chinese vessels meeting North Korean vessels in what appears to be the transfer of oil, which would be a clear violation of those UN sanctions. And there's also a U.S. Treasury Department report from way back in November where they talk about this specific practice and say that it needs to be stopped. I think the one thing we know for sure, of course, when you couple what the president had to say this morning, along with a New York Times editorial that was written by Secretary of State Tillerson today, where he, too, very much implores the Chinese to do more as it relates to North Korea, that this is something that the White House is not going to let go. They believe this is a very important plank in their foreign policy, and it is going to be a big focus for the administration as they head into the new year. And the other point the president made today on Twitter is that this is something he's been talking about for a long time. He tweeted a video from 23 years ago that showed him during an appearance on NBC's Meet the Press, where before he was a politician, he talked about the proliferation of nuclear weapons by North Korea as being one of the biggest threats to the entire world. So it's clear that the president wants to make this a strong emphasis and that he's not going to let the Chinese off the hook when it comes to North Korea. Amara?
Yeah,